Let me just hit word.
All right, we got everybody in, Caitlin?
Yes, we do.
All right, then I'm going to open up. Good evening, everybody. I'm Marilyn McDonald, Chair of Bridgewater Conservation Commission. Today is October 9, 2025. Our next meeting is 10/23/25. Although the agenda is short, you will always get my spiel. So present tonight is myself, as I said, Marilyn McDonald, Chair. Also present is members Eileen Prisco, Harry Bailey, Deb Johnson, Laurie Keene, and staff present is our agent, Caitlin Putz. This meeting is being recorded and can be viewed on YouTube, usually within 24 to 48 hours later. If you haven't been to a Bridgewater Conservation meeting, things you should know. Bridgewater Conservation is governed by both state, our Wetlands Protection Act, and our local bylaws of rules and regulations. We adhere to all rules and regulations and performance standards to ensure that all project filings that come before us have minimal impact on the surrounding wetlands. Bridgewater Conservation jurisdiction is within 100 feet of BVW and 200 feet of any riverfront. All bylaws can be found on the town webpage. This is the only way we base our decisions. It's strictly on the rules, regs, and bylaws and performance standards. That's how we base our decisions. What will happen is the applicant will present a filing, then we'll open it up to the staff and board members to ask questions on the application. I will then open it up to the public for any questions and concerns you might have on the filing, keeping it to 3 minutes, wetland questions only. And we strongly encourage our public to speak during the hearing time so that we may pick up matters that we might not have seen. Again, please direct all questions through the chair and I'll find out who can answer for you. The board's going to either do two things. One, they'll either close the public hearing. That means that we've had enough information to render our decision. Or if not, we're going to continue it. Once we continue it, that means that it's continued to the next date. You will not get any more notifications or green cards. Once we close, we have 21 days to render our decision. Once a decision is rendered, there is a 10-day business appeal with all order of conditions, and any appeals can be filed in those 10 days directly in writing to Mass DEP. That said, I'm going to read into the agenda. Public meeting notice of agenda. This is a revised agenda for Thursday, October 9, 2025 at 5:30. Disclosure pursuant to section 20 of the chapters 20 in the Act of 2021 as relative to extending the certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency and the meeting of the Conservation Commission in the town of Bridgewater be held hybrid and accessible to the public via remote participation at the greatest extent possible. There will be no public attendance permitted. Citizens who wish to tune into the meeting may do so via Zoom. Virtual meeting can attend. You click on the website and you will find all the information there. I'm calling to order of the meeting. We have under, for the agenda, there is no old business. There is new business that's really, I will let anybody know that's here for Flagstone Place right now, that is not on our agenda. It was not advertised. They'll have conservation business, administrative items of certificate of compliance at 904 Auburn Street. We'll have 16 Wood Street violation enforcement order discussion, and we'll have Lakeshore Vegetative Management Plan discussion. And we have several minutes, 3 minutes on the agenda for the 14th, 28th of August and 9/11. And then we'll have our all-time favorite adjournment. So with that being said, I'm going to start again. Anybody with new business, the notice of intent for Flagstone did not advertise. I'm not sure if they're advertising for the next meeting, which is the 23rd, but you will, once they advertise, we'll put it back on the agenda. So that's all we got on that one.
Just
And
a comment, they are advertising for the 23rd.
Oh, they did? Okay. All right. So we have verification. They'll be advertising for the 23rd. And then conservation business, certificate of compliance, 904 Auburn Street, map 80, lot 17, applicant Representative Peter Latola, Silver Engineering Associates, DEP file number SC 116-300. Caitlin, I'll let you start on that one.
Okie dokie. So Marilyn and I swung by 904 Auburn Street this week. We did receive a complete package along with a signed engineered letter saying the work was done in substantial compliance with the order of conditions. There was just one concern I had. There was a shed in the back east corner of the lot, which was not on the approved site plan. And I looked around in the office just to see if there was any filings. I couldn't find anything for the shed. So they were kind enough to move that shed outside the 100-foot buffer. So it is no longer in the buffer zone. So with that said, that was really my only concern. Everything else looked good, aligned with the site plan. So I would recommend the issuance of certificate of compliance.
Yep, thank you, Caitlin, for that input. And like I said, I did go out today too, took some pictures. They definitely moved the shed. So Chair would please entertain a motion for issuing a certificate of compliance, 904 Auburn Street, map 80, lot 17.
So moved.
All right, I had so moved by Deb, motion by
Second.
Deb, and a second by Harry.
Yes.
Okay, roll call vote. Deb,
Yep.
Harry,
Yes.
Yes.
Eileen,
Aye.
Lori,
Yes.
and myself as an aye. All right, so the certificate of compliance is issued. Next, we have 16 Wood Street violation enforcement order discussion. Caitlin, I'll let you take that away. And also, is there anybody from Wood Street should be on the meeting? I'm hoping they are.
I'm not seeing anybody in the list at the moment.
Okay,
Um,
do you want to give that a few minutes? Then we can go to Lakeshore and do the minutes and table
Yeah,
it
we can
back.
circle back.
I'm hoping that, the resident will be on tonight.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right, so again, Caitlin, Lakeshore Vegetation Management Plan, otherwise known as VMP, if you can take it away.
Yeah, so we have Ken Thompson on just to present. There was a slight revision to the site plan, and this is back before us because this needed to go to MISA, and that MISA file review has come into us. And just to give a little background, I won't read the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
got
the letter does say this project will not adversely affect the actual resource area habitat of state listed rare wildlife. Therefore, this project meets the state listed rare wetland wildlife performance standards for the issuance of an order of conditions. And just so MISA did ask that a few conditions be met. So they sent a list of 6 conditions that I had Ken add to the VMP just so they can remain in compliance with MISA. So I'll let Ken take that away and give us an update on that.
Hey, Ken.
Oh, Ken
Hello.
Thompson, botanist. We went through an extensive review with the state on the species list. I went and found 3 large seed producers and created a list of plants that fit in the Plymouth County manual. But then we sent that off to the state botanist. The botanist reviewed it, made his recommendations. They've since come back and removed 1 more plant from the list. And so we have a list, and that's for the establishment of it. Tom and everybody produced the planting plan for the trees and shrubs. Will take place this winter, November-ish time frame. And then next spring, we'll go in there and get rid of the rest of the invasives and do the seeding. So the list has been approved by the state botanist, and that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Ken. I've looked at it. So I'm glad that the state weighed in. Caitlin, I'll start with you. Any issues with anything on it?
No, like Ken said, they just knocked one of those off. It was orange milkweed, I guess. And that was the only thing they wanted out. So the list is updated and approved by MISA. And like I said, I had just asked that the MISA list of conditions be put on the VMP plan as well. So those are all updated on the VMP plan. So they'll be in compliance with all that. So I got no issues with it.
I don't either. I have read the VMP plan. I'll go to the boards next. Harry,
Sounds good to me.
sounds good. All right, Laurie.
No issues.
Okay, Eileen.
Same. I'm good.
Okay, Deb.
No issues.
Okay. All right. Caitlin, do we need to do a revote on this, adding the special conditions to the VMP, or?
I would
You
say,
tell me.
yeah, probably do a revote.
Okay, so Chair would entertain a motion, please, to update the VMP plan with MISA's recommendations that are now updated in the current VMP for Claremont Lakefront Vegetative Management Plan.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we've got a motion by Harry. Do I have a second? And who's that, Deb?
No, it was
me.
Eileen.
Oh, Eileen, okay. All right, and we have a second by Deb. Any further discussion? I think we're all happy. All right, roll call vote. We have Eileen,
Aye.
Laurie,
Aye.
Harry,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
myself as an aye. Ken, thank you very much. Appreciate your work with this and working with the state. Have a good evening.
You too. Enjoy the
Thank
week.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna go into minutes, 8/14/2025, 8/28/2025, 9/11/2025. Has the board had a chance to review their minutes?
I have.
I
Eileen.
have,
Yes, everybody's reviewed them?
yes.
Okay, all right. Anybody have any concerns or questions on them?
No. Nope.
Okay, there was one, I think it's just a minor typo, on the 9/11 one, which, let me just pull up. Again, I think it's, I don't even know if it's even worth mentioning. It just said continue to close, so I don't think, maybe we just take out the word continue to
Oh,
close. We
yeah.
don't-
I may
Yeah.
have just sometimes, I'll copy and paste like motion,
Yeah.
whatever, so it
It
might
was,
have.
it was a motion to
Okay.
close.
Yeah,
so
I'll
not
take
to
out,
continue. Yeah,
yeah, I'll
like
take
I
out
said,
continue.
I figured it was a typo, very minor.
All
All
right.
right, then, if we're good reading them, Chair would entertain a motion for all three then, to approve as presented on agenda, 8/14, 8/28, 9/11, 2025.
Motion.
Okay, I have a motion, and do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote, Eileen,
Aye.
Harry? Harry? I'll go back to you.
Aye.
Okay, thanks. Deb?
Button stuck.
Yeah, I know, button, he's stuck. Deb,
Pause.
did I hear you?
Aye.
And Laurie?
Aye.
I lost count. Myself, did I get everybody?
Yep.
All right, so the meeting minutes are approved. So I'm hoping that somebody is on for Wood Street violation. Caitlin, has anybody popped on?
I'm not seeing them.
That is a shame. So Caitlin, why don't you start the discussion and we'll move forward.
Sure, so just to recap, we did issue an enforcement order at 16 Wood Street, due to some regrading and seeding within the 200-foot riverfront area. They did not file anything with our office. And we discussed having them come in for an NOI, and then we also discussed, maybe an RDA is also acceptable because the work was pretty minor, but the work does need to be filed with conservation and get the proper approval. So we gave the property owners the option of a RDA. It's a cheaper cost and they can still get their correct approvals. So in that enforcement order that we issued, I had asked them to come to this meeting tonight just to discuss it with us, and see if we can't come to a resolution and help them out in filing an RDA with us. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing them on.
Well, there's somebody with an iPad and somebody else down there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not them if they're not
Okay.
speaking up.
Yeah, if anybody is here, the resident of Wood Street, please raise your hand. All right, so I mean, as Caitlin just discussed, and we've all been on, this is extremely, we've bent over backwards to give them time. Everybody in there, no one is exempt from filing a permit. It just doesn't happen. I don't like doing enforcements, but we're in the corner now. I cannot
We don't have a
allow-
choice.
Yeah, I cannot allow this to go unpermitted.
No.
Everybody has to permit. So at this point, I'll take in advisement from the board how we move further, because, there's gonna have to now start fines. I mean, this is such a simple fix for them. We're here to help, and it's frustrating that they're not here, but they have to permit. And, you wanna put a lien on a house because you're not here to work with us? This is silly.
Is, Caitlin, did you get send it certified, a letter?
I did, yes. And I did get the green card back, so I know that they saw it.
Okay, all right, so there you go.
All right, so,
I think it's
yeah,
time to, I
mean,
think it's time to put a fine on the property.
I agree, Eileen.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's just blatant ignoring it. They could have called Caitlin and said, look, we can't be on tonight. Can we go to the next meeting? Nothing, no communication. This is ridiculous.
and again, I am so satisfied with how much we have tried to reach out and tried to
Yep.
make this right. It's,
Yep.
um,
So,
we're a fair board trying to make this right, but no one's exempt from a permit. So at this point, we're gonna have to start issuing some fines. And I think Caitlin's gonna have to probably talk to the town on how that goes. Because honestly, in all the years I've been on, we've always been able to work with residents and resolve this. So to me, it's a sad situation that we have to fine somebody over something that can be rectified, you know.
Well,
quick.
we
So-
have to do, if they're not gonna communicate with us, we have to do something to get their
Exactly. I mean,
attention.
no one's, I've said it till I'm blue. No one's exempt. It just
Uh,
doesn't happen, you know?
So Caitlin, the best thing to do is, I don't know if you need to go through town council or what we need to do, but we need to find out the procedure. But right now, we should discuss what the amount is.
So it does say in our bylaws 300.
Okay,
But again, this is, at 11 years, it's the first one, you know, which
Yeah.
is sad. So, yeah, so she
So
could
the first
probably
offense is
verify that,
300?
show that to the council, you know, the attorney, that this is what the bylaw says, 300 a day, and how to move forward. So
oh,
does
300 a
anybody?
day, that sounds more like it, okay.
Yeah, I believe that's what's in the bylaw. I don't have it in
Well,
front of me at the
Caitlin
moment,
can
but I
double
looked at it
check
before
for
the,
us.
I looked at it before the meeting.
Yeah, I
So,
can double check on that, Marilyn. Because like I said, it's a little bit different in my other town. They specify 21D, which is pretty typical. People have that ticketing bylaw. We don't have 21D specified in our bylaws, so I will double check the language in our bylaws and maybe even check in with our town attorney just to make sure
Yeah.
we're going about
Yeah.
it the right way. Because I did call DEP because I know we don't technically have the 21D in our bylaws. So I want to check with them because the DEP enforcement manual says that you can't elicit fines unless taking them to court, unless you have the 21D. So I'll just make sure, however it's written in our bylaws, we're able to do that and just direct you guys in the correct way. So I'll check the bylaw and I'll
Okay.
check with our town attorney.
Okay.
I
And-
looked
and
on
Ron-
our, I looked on our wetland enforcement, our local bylaw today. And it says, any person who violates any provision of this bylaw, regulations thereunder, or permits issued thereunder shall be punished by a fine of not more than $300. But this is what I found interesting. Each offense and each provision of the bylaw, regulations, or permit violated shall constitute a separate offense. Not
Okay.
filing, working in the riverfront,
Yep,
that's two right there. And I'm
Yeah.
sure we could think of other things too.
yeah,
But-
there's probably a couple more.
Yep.
Okay, Laurie, I mean, you worked for conservation for several years, I think 8, so this might have come up with you. Like I said, I'm thankful in 11 years we haven't had to do this, but clearly we just, they're not coming in. I'm like, hello. Now, obviously, if for some reason they reach out to you in between, great. If not, we gotta hit them with the fines. And
Yeah.
if you can follow up and keep us posted, even if it's like an email or whatever, so that we can, you know, sadly get that action going. But I'll say it till I'm blue. No one does not get anything without a permit. Like
So
just
do we
don't
need to
that.
vote on that tonight?
No,
Do you want to vote on that, Kate? Or is it, it's a discussion? I mean, we've already done the enforcement. They haven't, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of leave that in your discretion, you know, if you want
Yeah, I
to
think we should.
move forward with
All right,
that.
yeah,
now,
and we
then-
can, and again, if with the grace of God, they come in and they, you know, start working with us, we can, you know, not find them, we can retract that. But
Yep.
right now, this is what we've been put against the wall to do. So Chair would
Yeah.
enter motion to start issuing the fine process on 16 Wood Street.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Eileen.
Yep,
Do I have
Second,
a second? Who second?
Laurie.
Laurie, thank you. All right. Any further discussion before I roll call?
are you gonna put an amount with it or just leave that blank?
It's 300 per per
Oh,
violation per day, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
so we've already agreed to that.
And she'll find out a little bit more. Okay, any other discussion before roll call? Okay, Harry,
Aye,
Eileen,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Laurie,
aye.
and myself as an aye. All right, sad day on conservation. Okay, so I think we've hit everything. I am going to give you guys a little, before I entertain E, a little homework assignment. Please stop pulling the wetland bylaws. Caitlin's gonna give us, now that we have a full board, we wanna go back and address the bylaws need to be updated, you know, ACEC areas, things like that, we need updating
Yep.
on. So we'll put that on next agenda for discussion. So the homework assignment is to go through those bylaws, highlight what you think needs to be changed. They definitely need to be updated, and I know certain things that I want to get on it. Caitlin started this process. She'll definitely share her work that she's done, and will please, Caitlin, put that on for our October 23rd meeting. Yep.
You got it.
Sound good, guys?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yep,
All right, y'all
Sure
good at
does.
homework assignments?
Yep.
yep.
All right,
Yes,
then
teacher.
at this time, Chair would entertain a motion for number E, please, adjournment.
Motion adjourned.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
All in
Aye.
favor, all together? Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate
Good
y'all.
night.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Night.
You too.